stinking like a pot of chitlin'. Might not smell it, but you're about to feel it.
Be calico. Elite.
On the real, that's just how I see it. This ain't beef, I'm just killing chicken. Leave them stinking like a pot of chitlin'. Might not smell it, but you're about to feel it. On the real, that's just how I see it. This ain't beef, I'm just killing chicken. Leave them stinking like a pot of chitlin'. Might not smell it, but you're about to feel it. I'ma be real at the end, been real at the beginning. I've shedded tears, but not in prison. Signed with sincerely, but didn't start with dearly. We ain't friends, don't know why you're talking to me. I know it's a sin, but I sock it to him. Crack from his chin to his shin, don't fool with me. If things break down, I got that tool with me. Charcoal black, like I came down the chimney. You all rap, if I spit it out, then you know I meant it. Even if you stayed on my couch, just stay out my business. We stay the same through the drought, you just not connected. We plugged in like electricity to your house and send it. On the real, I just high.
Practicing is, you feel me? A switch is a switch. Let me keep you.
You have no idea. Huh? Nah, you have no idea.
Thought you knew all that there was to know. Thought you'd landed the final blow. But I will rise up now.
You shall rise.
I will rise up now.
Rise and shine.
I will rise up now. I will rise up now.
I'm David, they Goliath in the Philistine. They really the Nephilim, if anything. So I really got.
Thought you knew all that there was to know. Thought you'd landed the final blow. But I will rise up now.
You shall rise.
I will rise up now.
Rise and shine.
I will rise up now. I will rise up now.
I'm David, they Goliath in the Philistines. They really the Nephilim, if anything. So I really gotta rise up with this rockin' stream. Ain't really concerned with limits, so I push it to extremes. With the fire, I bring magic. With my voice, I'm bringing balance. Bringing nothing short of talent. While I'm steady showing balance. Superseding is my status. When you dream, make it established. Guess I'm clashing with the titans, but this boy sounded inviting. Don't mean to like it, but it's the only way to survive it. On this journey, keep it climbing. Once you peak it, the landslide, spread your wings and hang gliding. They just mad, they ain't got it. Just make sure when you show up in the flash that you bring their heads lightning.
Thought you knew all that there was to know. Thought you'd landed the final blow. But I will rise up now. I will rise up now. I will rise up now. I will rise up now.
Spiritually, I'm a phoenix that's rising from the ashes. You seen how it was drastic, gave plenty like me the max. In the streets we say they taxing. The DA laughing them. Them dirty evil bastards. Highway of life I had to crash it. Don't subtract but they do math. They say we African, the dreads got everything. I was seeing low, I had to see how giraffe I can. These streets of war, I'm trying to make it out of Pakistan. Keep your voice. Yo. What it do? Most definitely we lit. We in the building. I mean, to me, this is like a backstroke. You know what I'm saying? I definitely ain't come no prepared than I've been prepared. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I ain't even put nothing together. But I mean, this is like for me common knowledge, right? So you got to get a little more common, I guess. You know what I mean? It's time for the commoners to catch on and make it the norm. We need the old knowledge to be the new norm, because we done lost it. You know what I mean? So we're gonna we're gonna make a timeline of the Moors. You know, we ain't gonna play all that 90 trillion years type thing. You feel me? We just know that anciently there were Moorish people, or Moors, however you want to put it. It's many ways. The Maori, you know what I mean? The Moriori, there's many people with many variations of these names. So, let's get to it. Let me see. Oh yeah. Streaming from a couple of different places. So y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for me. For the show. Peace, goddess. Sacred Grove. Got my boy in the building. It's been a minute. That's what's up. Let's see. Put this download on. While I pull this up. I think it'd probably be best to touch on this Palermo Stele first. Let me look at the dates. I'm trying to go back to y'all. Right? Yeah, we have to go and touch on all of this. All right. Now, I think this is a good place to start. Right here. All right. Yeah, I feel like this is a good place to start. You know, definitely with the Palermo Stele. We can get some images just to show you before we even look at it. Right? And we're going to show you, obviously, the importance of it. Obviously, it has to do with the Moors. Right? You know, when we're saying stele, it's pretty much like the word steel. You feel me? Because we're talking about that concrete that's so hard, it was called steel. It was stele. So you need a steel just to etch on there and make writings. So these heavy tablets always pretty much held the truth, because this is the oldest forms of writing. You know, this is truly ancestral form of writing. Nothing but
people who I consider to be Moors, some of y'all consider to be black, or the ancient indigenous people, however you want to put it. Only these kind of people were writing like this, right? And everybody want to cry about how things have not been deciphered, right? Which is just conjecture, because they ain't did the work. And I'm not saying I did it all, but what I do is I don't go just from the hieroglyph. I would have to know that particularly to go after the hieroglyph first. So I know the entire words. So if, let's say I know more. Am I sharing this screen? I thought I was sharing this tab. My bad. See, that's why I like to have somebody up here sometime. And I got this other phone right here so I can see it too. So yeah, y'all can see what I see now. That's crazy. I thought y'all was already looking at this. I apologize. Like I say, these concrete slabs were always called stelae. Right? And like I say, this is ancestral way of writing. That only the U melanin. I don't want people to get confused. We always say melanated people, but everybody has melanin. They have pheomelanin. We have eumelanin. So eumelanated people were the only people that was writing in this form. So the reason I say, like I say, they always like to point out hieroglyphs and such have not been deciphered. Well, like I say, that's why I don't go from the hieroglyph forward. I go from the word backwards, right? So we can say a word like Moor, right? I have it in that form first, right? Or we're gonna just do it the simple way. I have it in that form, Moor, Moor. Well, I'm gonna go back etymologically, and I'm gonna find it MAR, MOR, MER. I'm gonna find it MUR. I'm gonna find it, and with less letters every time. So it went from 4 letters to 3 letters, and then you'll just find that the M and the R is what you'll end up getting to once you go all the way down to like Hebrew. When you get down to Hebrew, which is pretty much ancient Egyptian, you're gonna get down to just the consonants, and we call them consonants, obviously, because they're the only thing that stays constant about a word, right? So the M and R are what's important when you're looking at a word like this, Moor. Well, after we've broken it all the way down, we went through the English, we went through the variants of Latin, where we have just 3 letters, MOR, MAR, MUR, MER, right? Now we break it down to Hebrew, to where we have that in just the M and the R. Or Egyptian, same thing, right? So then you have a character, which would be a older Hebrew letter that this would equate to. And you could be like, okay, they've been telling us that this equates to that. And then you can also equate, older languages like Hebrew to certain characters in the Egyptian. So then you start to see things get deciphered that way. But you have to have a starting point, which would be what you're familiar with, which is your English. You go backwards because this is the newest creation. So you follow the trail from whatever word all the way back to the origins. And then, like basically when we seeing these, when we getting these meanings of what these characters mean and the letters that they represent in our language, we're keeping track of that. So it starts to become a system that you can bet your bottom dollar every time you're seeing these certain characters, they represent certain letters, right? So we're gonna see why the Palermo stele has to do with the Moors. Matter of fact, let me see what this meme is saying. It's saying that the dark stone Palermo is one of the 7 surviving fragments of a stele known as the Royal Annals of the Old Kingdom of Ancient Egypt. Besides various proven historical details, the stele describe precisely how the Egyptian kingdom was once ruled by a number of powerful kings, some kinds of strange beings, proving the ancient astronaut theory is absolutely right. All right. Right. Hold on, let me see what this one said too. Yeah, same thing. All right. Yeah, dark stone, just like the black peace stone. Let me go to these comments. Let me holler at y'all right quick. I see y'all going in. I appreciate you. Hold on. Let's see where we at. Okay. Got my brother in the building. What's going on? For sure. Hold on, let me get with this right quick. Right. For one, I want y'all to, we're gonna go right here first to Britannica.com, right? Let me share this tab instead. Right. Number one, we're gonna know this much first. The Palermo stone, like I was saying, the stele. The Palermo stone, one of the basic sources of information about the chronology and cultural history of ancient Egypt during the first 5 dynasties, which is pretty much 3000 BC to 2300 BC, right? So that would be over 5,000 years ago, right? I want y'all to forget that. We're going right now. This is going to be the starting point. We 5,000 BC, and you're gonna know that the name Moor, or the word Moor, and its oldest meaning is that old, to say the least. You know. Matter of fact, let me go back. Hold on. Y'all don't like Google. I mean, Yahoo sometimes. Yeah, I don't really like Yahoo. Honestly. One sec. Oh, yeah, they. The heck? All right, let me go back to the. Guess my okay. Now it's popping up. It's moving too slow. All right. Dorian, y'all close them doors. All right, we good now. Yeah, I'm good now. Yeah, Pin, I've been touching this old kingdom. Hold on. Right, bam. Yeah, damn stream, y'all moving on slow. Let me share this tab. That plan. Right. Just in case people don't know what a Moor is. Right. Because we were just looking at the Palermo Stele. We know this is dating back to basically 3000 BC. I mean, 3000 BC. Right. Which would be over 5,000 years ago. And we have what? In the Palermo Stele, these characters that we see in this serpent-like symbol, almost like a lightning bolt type symbol, along with this bird. It represents Ma and Mar, right? And we know that means more. And I guess I have to show you just in case some of y'all is novices, right? But this is in the Palermo Stele, and it means what? The title of the high priest of Anu. Anu is the most high. What we call in Egypt was the city of On. On means Anu. So, it's an easy connection of all these different cultures. Moors or the high priest of Anu. So people always talking about the Most High. First off, you're going to have to know Anu, or you don't even know who the Most High is, right? And if you know Anu, like I know Anu, then you would be a high priest of Anu. You would be a Moor, a Moor. So let's start that timeline like that. We're talking about 3000 BC. For all those suckers who say the European named us. You know what I mean? For all the suckers who say the European named us Moors. Let me check the trap. Okay. Sure, I appreciate you, Zay. for sharing a live. If in all actuality you did. I'm just messing with you. With the dark stone. Yeah. It's Palermo stone. Or the Palermo stele. Like they say, this black stone. Like the brother PNF say, this ebony stone. No, I hit the button. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. That with a comment like that gotta be the top comment. My brother on code 24/7. Come on now, it don't get no realer. Yeah, Moor sounds like the mayor of your town. That's real. Yeah, I'm gonna have to let this comment soak in, man. Y'all wake up, man. It is what it is. You feel me? Real talk. It's so boom, back to it. You know what I mean? It don't get no earlier than that. For none of that stuff other people be talking about. And then obviously from Moor, let me make sure we know what Moor means. Since people don't know, right? Just in case they want to play like they don't know. Because I just said Moor means. You don't even have to, I ain't have to say nothing. Moor means what? They put it big as possible so they could like scream it at you. They're saying it means black. It's the same as Mari. Let's wake the fuck up. Or Moor. Now, why y'all dare think that a European created that? And then they want to, when they ain't got nothing else left to shoot, they'll say, oh, it's the MOOR. You shouldn't claim that. Like the vowels gonna kill me. Nah, we ain't playing them retarded games. We invented the game you think you're playing. You can't play semantics with a person that's not with the antics. You feel me? Like we too studied for you to try to twist words. But Moor means black. It's the same as Mari. That's where you getting Mauritania. You know what I'm saying? Or more. Mauritius means black, which was the name of Africa. The entire Africa was named Mauritius. Nowadays, they'll just tell you some islands off the coast of Africa that are called Mauritius. But the whole Africa was called Mauritius. Spelled the same way right here. And Saint Maur is the same as Saint Moor or Saint Moritz. The name Moor, Moritz, Maurice, Maureen, Moros, Moor, etc. are all derivatives of Moor or Mar. When we tell you this, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when somebody the same color as you do it. When you see it in black and white, coming from a white or a source that you can't hate on, then y'all accept it, to a degree. Because some of y'all just ain't gonna never, concede to the truth. None of y'all ain't never gonna add up, connect these dots do this math. It's simple. Y'all trying to make it seem like the math ain't mathing. Come on now. But yeah, Moor. Same thing. So when you see places like Mauritania, when you see in these Mauritania, then obviously this is where they get where the name comes from. When you see these Maori people, ain't no Caucasian name us, bro. We going back 5,000 BC just right there. Just that alone. Like, come on now. Y'all have to get real pseudo to play with them kind of dates. All right. All right, let's go. All right. Let's get it. Oh, let me share this tab. Oh man, I just had a chance to turn it to English. Hold on. Let me refresh it so they can ask me, do I want English again? All right, there we go. Because that was in Swahili. Let's get it in English. All right. So we're going back to Mauritania. Mauritania was 300 BC. 300 BC. I just took you from 3000 BC to 300 BC, man. Catch up, mustard. Because, I mean, like the Moorish haters, if you're a hater of the Moors in 2023, man, you would never wake up. There's no way a person is this ignorant. You know, people love to say, you're going to have to show me that. You're going to have to show me that. Like, if I do, it's going to be on my own time, like my own turn. Like, I had to be a school teacher at that point if a person just going to use me to school them when nobody schooled me. Like, you can research this. You should be happy that somebody even tell you the information for you to be able to disprove them or prove it to yourself. You know what I mean? But let me see. Yeah, they be lazy. That's real talk, Zach. For real, for real. Yes, sir. Man, you already know it's like, you know, it's in us, man. It ain't on us. It's in us. So let me blow it. I like to rub it in, so I like to blow stuff up as big as possible. Right? We can go back to Carthage. Like, let's keep that timeline going. Okay, we went from the Palermo Stele showing you in the hieroglyphs that the word Moor or Moor has always, you know, even anciently back then, over 5,000 years ago, was always mentioned, and it meant the high priest of Anu. We know royalty was nobility. A high priest would have been a royal. This is where we get kings and queens from, right? So then we can go down to 800 BC to 300 BC in Carthage. You know, the ancestors of Hannibal. People that predate him by 1,000, right? The same land that encompassed Moors. And then, of course, Mauritania, of these same Carthaginian people, so-called, Berbers. Mauritania was a Berber tribal kingdom on the Mediterranean coast of northern Africa, similar to today's northern Morocco from the 3rd century BC. The first known king of Mauritania was Bacchus I, who ruled from 110 BC to 81 BC. Its first recorded history relates to Phoenician and Carthaginian settlements such as Lixus and Chella. Berber kings ruled the inland areas above the coast of Carthage and Rome, often as satellites, allowing Roman rule to exist. It was a client of the Roman Empire in 33 BC, then a full province of the Emperor Kali, that means black, Caligula, had the last king, Ptolemy of Mauritania, killed. And that was in AD 40, right? So all of this is before this new millennia, these last 2 millenniums even kicked off. So Mauritania simply existed around 300 BC. Don't forget, obviously, you're looking at the name Mar or Mari or Moor, obviously. So obviously, this is predating the European, number one, knowing how to read and write. This predates that. This predates, a lot of people even taking baths, right? This predates people being converted into different religions. The Moors, like I said, Moor predates Jesus. I just took you back 3,000 BC. Now we're still in the BC. We at 300 BC with Mauritania. The European named us after we invaded Spain and called us Moors. What the? Come on. That's funny. That's real funny. All right, Rome controlled a large area defined by alliances. Okay. Yeah, I think y'all gotta be like waking up, because y'all can't be serious. Right? Yeah, people can't be serious. I know ain't nobody still saying the European named us Moors in 2023. Come on now, wake up. Like, ain't nobody taught me this. Y'all should have known this by doing some kind of research. Like, I ain't finna say something about a people. Like, when I say that word Indian ain't from America, I say that with confidence because I've done research to the contrary, that I know I've never been able to find none to support the word Indian being American. It's not an American word. Period. You feel me? It's not an indigenous word. It's not nothing that people ever would call themselves. Yeah, people never call themselves Moor. The Caucasian Moor is a misnomer. It's just a social construct. It's just like the word Negro. It ain't no better than the word Indian. Nah, don't try to air. When people be drowning, when they when they got a hole in their ship or they raft, they'll pull you down. When people are drowning, it is dangerous to try to save them. That's why we made life rafts, right? You're going to grab onto that. You're not going to grab me. put my head under the water just so you can goddamn breathe? You crazy? Man, Moor ain't that, and this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't this, and this ain't that. And the Moors is back, right? Mauritania was a kingdom of the Berber Mari people, right? Come on now. It was the Phoenicians who named the area as Marum, huh? All right, you can tap into that. Let me tap into that. Make sure I shut this tab. Yeah. Okay. You see that? So who the Moors is? Where the Moors? Who are the Moors? The Phoenicians called the Marum, meaning Western land, because Mari and all that meant Westerners. Watch this. This would later become known as Mauritania. The Mauritanian kingdom is generally considered to have developed more slowly than the kingdom of Numidia. The mountain massif of the Atlas protected Mauritania from the Phoenician thalassocracy. Then later Carthage, as well as initial Roman attempts at conquer. The people of Mauritania had cities as well as rural life in fertile regions, such as the Muluya Valley and also along the Atlantic coast. However, it was in the mountainous regions that tribes kept their identity into Roman times and even beyond. See, that's the same thing going on in America. It's the mountainous regions that kept their identity. That tribes kept their identity into Roman times and even beyond. So when I be hearing people like Rod Hayes, a person that a lot of people definitely listen to, whether you're right or wrong. And the brothers right more than he's wrong, so people gonna follow him. And I ain't mad at him. What I'm saying is, they'll say stuff like a Cherokee or these different names. It means something to do with it, with people in caves. Well, and they laugh it off like, who the fuck was in caves? Not us. Like, come on now, our people lived in the mountains. Get the hell out of here, crazy man. All y'all, like, Hebrew Israelites, anybody, like, when they be talking about Mount Zion and all this different stuff, it's only one or two things you doing on what we call in mountains. You either at a volcano or you are in caves. Huh? It could be some out structures on the outside of there, but that's not nothing. When you got all this big rock that you can chisel and create, a fortress. The Mayans always spoke of how all of their all of their lineages and families across this nation lived in the mountains and the valleys. That would be the highest places and the lowest places. So when did we become an exception to living in the mountains? Like some of these caves are actually intricately carved out. So it's no way that some run-of-the-mill people did it. It's just as extravagant as building the pyramids. And a lot of times we looking at some of these large pyramids and structures, they are mountains carved out. Nobody lifted a damn block. It's a mountain and they carved it out. The Maori were referred to as early as an expedition to Sicily of 406 BC. They named us Moors. The Caucasian named y'all that. And yeah, when y'all invaded Spain, they called y'all Moors. Let me stop, man. It's crazy, man. And these is y'all leaders. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I got their head in my hand. Like, man, is this your king? Like, I know these dudes ain't telling y'all this bullshit. You know, making it seem like somebody named us Moors when we've been doing this before Christ. And they saying we got named the Moors 1,000 years ago or 500. They'll say anything. They'll say all kind of stuff, man. They say 500 years ago, anything, whatever. When it's over 5,000 years ago. And if you ain't, wasn't paying attention, hit the rewind, check it out. The evidence laid out. Mm-hmm. All right. King of Mauritania, Bacchus the First, became king in 110 BC. In 110 BC, King Bacchus became king of Mauritania. Come on now. Like, y'all be playing. Stop it. Stop it, I say. Y'all, like, come on now. Like, man, don't let these people fool y'all, man. Read a book. Read an article. Read something. I'm gonna let Zay tell you, man. Real talk. Y'all, y'all being lazy. All right. Yeah, we on this timeline right now. We on the Moor's timeline. We ain't come to play. We ain't even made it to Jesus yet, man. We ain't even made it to Christ, dog. Yeah, we still before that. It's like that. All right. Of course. I hear the brother Derek Witherspoon. Of course, Pan-Africanists have miseducated our people. And I feel like we cannot reverse that with the Amerocentrist approach. Being a American centrist, Amerocentrist, like those people who are Afrocentrists. Like, that's not gonna fix it. It's like, hey, the name Moesha. See, I almost spilled some of the beans on the little clip I was supposed to band put together. But it's about Moesha. But like the brother was saying, I'm gonna just put the comment up there. Do you think Pan-Africanists has miseducated our people? Of course. Of course. And like I say though, the Pan-American approach is not necessarily gonna work because these guys won't even do research. They'll just deny the rest of the world of all of the, accomplishments that anywhere else has ever accomplished. Nobody did that. It was, American and American and American and American. Nothing else. Like, it's the same exact philosophy that, the Africans had. It's just Americanized. So it's like, no, I had it first. No, I had it first. Like everybody fighting over a toy, saying they had the toys first. You feel me? So Nah, that ain't gonna work. We just got to be more fair and understand that number one, like people get mad when we be pointing out how the Moors were here and Moors were there, and they try to say that we we trying to blackwash everything. But the truth is that we were everywhere, but we were not everybody. We're not everybody. We're not everyone, but we were everywhere. And the people get mad about that. They want to act like we weren't there. We're not everybody. We're not, everyone. It's like saying when we say we was in Scotland, that don't mean we was the Slav, or when we was in, Tartaria or Russia, we wasn't the Siberians. We wasn't, the Mongols or anything like that. But we was there as Moors. Right? So that go for every land, every place. That's for sure. That's for sure. That's for sure. That's hey y'all who I do it for. Let me keep it going too. Right? At the start of his reign. Okay. King Bacchus II reign began in 49 BC. At the start of his reign, Mauritania was jointly ruled between Bacchus and his youngest brother, Bogud, right? So come on now. All of this, the title was recognized by King Julius Caesar himself. They would invade Numidia and conquer Sirta, which was the capital of Juba. At the end of the war, Caesar would give Bacchus part of the territory of Massinissa. The second Bacchus and Bogud would fight further wars on the side of Caesar. Mauritania to the Romans, thus making Mauritania a client state of Rome. But see, we're gonna have to learn about the ancient Rome. Ancient Rome and this new Rome is too different, way too different. Ancient Rome is actually Indo-Scythians. Yeah, and Indo-Scythians are actually Indians, and I mean what we call Hindu, Dravidian. So there would have been some actually pale people, obviously involved because India has the highest rate of mulatto or albino. So boom. King Atlas was a legendary king of Mauritania before 500 BCE. He was credited with the invention of the celestial globe. Come on now. Y'all wake up. Y'all hear the Moors? The Moors invented the globe, the celestial globe. King Atlas was a legendary king of Mauritania before 500 BCE. He was credited with the invention of the celestial globe. The Mediterranean coast of Mauritania had harbors that were used commercially for trade with Carthage. All these the same people. So don't just go off. Oh no, only the Moors was in Mauritania. No, the Moors was in Carthage. The Moors were even in Rome at that point. The Moors were the Etruscans and all in Europe at that point. The whole Africa was Mauritius around this time. Right? All right, let me go. Right. So I almost want to skip over my boy Hannibal. Let me see. Because y'all was just looking, I'm just showing you how hard. Let me see. Pull up this map for y'all. Let me slow this down. Hold on. All right. See, and even Rome, ancient Rome was called Mari. It was the Mari Empire. Mauritania. All over here, what we calling Carthage. Well, you know, Carthage ran all the way to around there. So you're looking at all of that, and you know. Let me see. I'm gonna have to click in. Yeah, that's a good one too. Showing you where ancient Mauritania was. Pretty much where you got Morocco and Algeria. Northern Morocco, you know, Morocco and northern Algeria would have been Mauritania. Even though Mauritania was a lot larger than that, though. What they're showing us right here. It was really all of that red. But nowadays, it's just down here. It's just smaller. But let me go back to this. I want to click on it. Yeah. See, they would like you to think that Mauritania is just the dot. Carthage is just the dot. All of that is the same land, same people. They're all Moors at this point, of course. You know, Carthage is where we get the original Jews. So that's the Moorish connection to that aspect. Yep. Yeah. The Carthaginians invaded the Iberian Peninsula. The Carthaginians got named what they call Marranos. Marranos are Moorish Jews. So these people of Carthage were Moorish Jews. And they didn't have to cross into Iberia to become that. They were already that in this part of the world. So Carthage, right here, they're all Moors. Carthage, Hannibal was a Moor. Right. Let's get to these Almoravid dynasties, and since people can't read. Yep, just like, remember y'all was just saying that we used to use the word moat. That's for sure. Let me show you. Yep, Almoravid or Almohad, right? So obviously, people got to start looking into the Berber culture because they're truly Moors. It just, being pretty much ousted is not in this day and age, but they are, or they were, definitely Moors. So boom, right? Number one, they came from Morocco. Almoravids, Almohads, they came from Morocco, right? Let me go right here. Almorabitan is also a way to look at it. Let me show you all of these. Oh shoot, I wasn't showing the tab. I got y'all now though. I'm on another tab, but hey, I got you. You see the name Al. See, they make it all like one word. These are compound words. You know, we know it's Al, and then we have more, and then they're not gonna write another R to say Ravid. They're just gonna use it all from that same R. So Al Moor and then Ravid or Rabbi, right this. And then Al Mohad, like we say, what up, Mo? This is where these, sayings come from, right? Because you literally had the Al Moor Ravid or the Al Mohad, dynasties, right? So the Al Moravid dynasty or Al Morabitan. See, when you seeing this is Al, and then you got Moor, and then you got Rabbi. So you a Moorish rabbi, because once again we're talking about high priest. A Moor is a high priest of Anu. So Al Moravid dynasty or Al Morabitan, circa 1062, 1150, a newly emerged Islamic power in North Africa, ethnically more Berber than Arab. Conquered Morocco and founded Marrakesh. Marrakesh, Mar also meaning more. None of the people who named these were Europeans, might I add, since people keep saying the European named us Moors. But these places have the name Moor in them. These dynasties have Moor in them. The Europeans have not named any of these. All right. So trust me in saying that the European did not name them Al Moravids. The European did not give them that name. The European did not name them Al Morabitans or Al Mohads. This is the name of the tribe that they came with. These were bands of priests, soothsayers and herbalists and magi and basically holy men, shamans, and all of the like. All right. So they didn't give none of these names. The European didn't name none of these. But we still, to this day, are being told by some, late bloomers that the European named as Moors. So they like to say that just because they was named Indian by them people. You know what I mean? So they want to take down everybody else with them. And they wish they could sink every ship that anybody else is riding on because theirs has holes in it. Right. Y'all smash that like button for me. I appreciate you. Yeah, I got something for that though. Y'all keep talking about that Moesha. I already should have been did the video, so I could have just played it right now. But I don't even want to ruin it. I'm finna kill it though. Trust me. Let me see. Yeah, exactly. I like what the sister Kira said. Let me put that up there. I just saw it. Okay, my bad. That was my homie. Come on now. Like I say, look at that name. On code 24/7. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my brother. He been getting it in. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that put together real information for y'all, you know, take their time and really put in the work. We ain't getting the views. Now come on now, like something ain't right. Y'all gonna participate in the shadow banning, the real ones? Or y'all just gonna smash that like button? Go hit the like button. You know, go hit that subscribe for sure. You know it. You know, you've been rocking with Calico, man. You know, for sure. EZ means son of in Spanish. Like we were saying Martinez and such. Yep. Yep. Gomez, son of Gomer. You know, Hernandez, son of Hernando, all of that. One of the brothers said, do you think Marcus Garvey was a distraction? Well, you know, probably after he got out of prison. You know how that's a lot of people. That's like Nelson Mandela and all that. Now, can we say that before Nelson Mandela went to prison or before Marcus Garvey went to prison? No, we can't. You know, they was 100, and that's why they say, man, anybody can what's the term? I mean, almost anybody, you know, can be conflated to the point that you know, pressure bust pipes. You know, like these people that take what you love most and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, anybody can almost can be a victim trying to be a hero. It's like that. You know, that's the word, compromise. You know, like they say, anybody can be compromised. You know, I would love to think I can. You know, I would love to think y'all can. But, you know, everybody got, you know, loved ones and, you know, people might want to see tomorrow and it could be an ultimatum. But we got to be wise enough to understand when somebody done changed their tone, you know, and not necessarily be mad at them because they just trying to live. They trying to survive. But we got to be wise enough that, you know, in this situation, I could bring up maybe a Taj, you know, that, hey, let's say if Taj is compromised, like he taught us well enough, long enough that we should know when he's changed his tone and he's not saying the same stuff, or, you know, he's not, you know, rising to certain occasions. And, you know, it kind of, you know, it kind of calls for, you know, either some complaints or the fact that maybe somebody could be compromised. You feel me? But I feel like people taught us enough that we should know that. It's like saying, hey, I can tell how you talking. You got a gun upside your back, you know, and not to necessarily follow what they say at that point, but you know, it's just like that anybody could be compromised. You know, it's like if they did the right thing, or you know, if they put too much pressure on somebody and they tell you to shut up, you're gonna shut up. You know, unless you're ready to die for it. You know how it go. But sometimes it might not be you. It could be somebody else get hurt, and then you know. I want to say fuck them people myself. Not like I want to smoke though, but it just is what it is. In my heart of hearts, is fuck them. But it's a shame that the truth is what's hated the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can anybody get hurt for enlightening others? You know what I'm saying? How can anybody get silenced in any kind of way? So exactly, sis. And then they say they got last names from Euros for sure. Because the family crest ain't important to these people at this point. Because they think that the European name does. You know what I'm saying? But when you see your family crest, it got a Moor's head. For sure. Let me continue a little bit. Because y'all already got that part. Man, we know that these dynasties, these Almoravids, these Almohads, these Almoravids, that word Moor is in there already before they came and civilized the Caucasian. These are the same people that civilized them, the European. And they came with these names. But nutcases would tell you that they got the name when they got there because the Caucasian, with his intelligence, named him that. No, man. Like I say, these are compound words. So when you say Almoravids, Almorabitin, Almorabitin, Almohad, you got the Mo, you got the Moor already there. It's a whole word. It's not what you think. It's just a compound word. You break it down, the Moor was already there. Just like, don't make me go back to 3000 BC. We already did this. We predating all of that lame stuff y'all said. And been saying, regurgitating, because nobody did no research. Or you would have shut up a long time ago. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Right. Right. This where I'm gonna just jump up to modern time America. Well, not necessarily. It's closer. We're getting closer to modern. Because I really don't even see a need to go past number Drew Ali. That's why I say we're going from BC to Drew Ali. Right. We're looking at this the Moor Zionist temple. Right. These let me make sure. All right. Yeah, and it's always been funny to me when Ron Hayes bring up this video right here. I don't know why this image right here. He say these people sold out the whole of America. Like, people always trying to find a way to get the real crooks off the hook. Huh? It's like, come on, man. Like, it's so lame. Ron Hayes will have you believe that these people run the world and have made it such a horrible place. All because they got Zionists in their title. And obviously they were Zionists before the Zionists that we know of today. So I want to know, how dare you like throw the blame of all of the ills of America and the rest of the world that the the fake Yehudi, all of the evil deeds they've done, you granting that to these good people. You want me to think these are some mafioso, bloodthirsty savages who control Tamahus and Europeans and sicken them on us like hound dogs? Them right there. It's not hard to believe that some dark-skinned people have something to do with the evil going on at the top. But it ain't these people, man. You know what I'm saying? So we looking at the Moor Zionist Temple, 1889. Noble Drew Ali had just been born 3 years prior. He was born 1886. This Moor Zionist Temple was established in Brooklyn, New York in 1889. When Noble Drew Ali was 3 years old. Right? So, it's just an extended hate for the Moors. People already hate Hebrews, which would be Zionists or Jews, right? Then when you find out that the real Jews or Hebrews were Moors, because this is Herman Mordecai, who invented the Hebrew Israelite faith. He was obviously a Moor. This is when everything was okay. This is when all of the Hebrews or the Jews, the black Jews, and the Moors were all one. Right? Not to say everybody had to be Zionist. That's why you had the brother Noah Drew Ali make a more Islamic-based faith. He was opening the door for Moors of that variety. The same way Herman or Rabbi Leon Richelieu, who was the first founder, same way they did for Moorish Zionists. So the Moorish Islamists owe every ounce of their, being brought back into the fold of nationhood, they owe it to Noble Drew Ali. And the fact of, the first people to throw the Hebrews a life raft would have been the Moorish Zionist Temple of Brooklyn, New York. Right? So basically, people have been given a half truth nowadays when they're being told they're Hebrew Israelites, when they should be not denouncing their Moorish heritage. They should know they are Moorish Zionists. So people always want to know, what is the religion of the Moors? You're seeing right here more than one religion, and they're all still Moors. So there is no one religion you could pin us to try to act like a race of people, since we're going to act like it's a race specifically. A race of people has to have a single religion. It is dumb as hell. Like y'all don't do that to no other race or type of people. There's not you're not gonna say all Chinese people have to be Buddhist. He Buddhist. I mean, he Chinese, he have to be Buddhist. Huh? Like, come on now, like y'all only do that to the darkest stock of people, man. It's hatred, self-hate. right? So Brooklyn, New York, Chicago, Illinois, Newark, New Jersey, which would have obviously been that Canaanite temple, right? You know what I mean? For real. They ain't had a bath since the Great Flood. Come on now. It'll take the Great Flood for their ancestors to get a bath. You know what I mean? That's for real. Tell them, bro. How you name somebody when you ain't create no languages? You know what I mean? Like, how could the European named us and they didn't even create a language? You know? Like, I know that. You know that. What's wrong with these people? They ain't never studied her. Yeah, I like that, El God. It's real. Oh, we got my brother Rashad in the building. Let me see my brother PNF or whoever else out here. We can finish this out with open build. All right, matter of fact, yeah, the link out there so we can finish in the open. We're gonna see if Cage know about this kind of information.
What up, bro? What are we looking into?
Oh, Cage, you just showing up? You just popping up?
Yeah. How you been, man? I remember last time I think we were looking into Brother Freeman. Remember Freeman? And we're looking into gematria and other things like that.
Yeah, man. You know we had a little fun.
Picking our brains, yeah. What are we looking at right now? We're looking at, well, these people are probably the same people who created the Prince Hall Freemasons. You know what I mean?
I mean, hey. I mean, that's.
Well, I'm just showing you. That's how it was back in the day. Jay-Z, ask Rick Ross, ask all these big. They're all part of that.
But we can't compare that shit. You know, the shit they're doing. You can't compare that to nobody.
But I know these motherfuckers. I can talk to them. I don't have to take initiations. I can talk to the highest level. You know what I mean?
You dudes ain't doing nothing, is what I'm saying.
They're weak.
Yeah. Like these people weren't practicing what they practice. These dudes don't even care what they practice. They just do whatever they told. You know what I mean? For real.
That's all it is. You know
ain't
what I
no
mean?
science behind what they got going on back.
All right, but when you look at racism, you look at slavery and shit, guess what? And this, not a lot of people want to hear this fact. But you know what? It'd be your own who do it to you half the time. They're cooperating with the people in the highest levels. You know what I mean? They enslave each other. Go look at Africa. Go look at Rwanda. Go look at the warlords and shit. They don't give a fuck. They're gonna make chop each other heads off and throw them in the church. You know what I mean? I'm saying something. It's pretty much this. It's like some people will just go with it because, you know, I'm going to get more, I'm going to survive and make my family survive and have these individuals. Pretty much it all stems back from Canaanite shit. You know what I mean? Like Tubal Cain.
Yeah, I know about Tubal Cain and all that. But see, when Moore is saying we Canaanites, like that's just the better way to say a Hebrew because
You're not
there's
a
no,
Canaanite. You're not a real Canaanite, bro. No, you're
yeah,
not, man.
bro,
No, because
bro,
Canaanites
calm
are
down,
inherently, technically, they're no. You're not evil. You know what I mean?
bro. We ain't talking about what the Bible say. What I'm telling you is what they say Hebrew is what there's no such thing as a Hebrew language. The name of what the Hebrew language would have been called Canaanite. It was a Canaanite language.
No, before it's Aramaic, and then
Bro,
before that it
bro,
was some.
bro. I'm gonna show you right now. I ain't I ain't that type. I'm gonna show you. Cause I just did a whole video on that, bro. That's why I say I don't know where you been at.
You change your name, bro.
Yeah, I probably did because they blocked the shit. They blocked the hell out of me after that video.
Which
I
one?
ain't been able to go live. I had to stop for like 90 days.
Fuck you too.
Yeah, just let's keep the language down a little bit so they don't do me again. Unless you trying to get me. You trying to take me down, dog?
No, my bad. I'm not. I thought
Help me out
language.
there.
I think someone like that would. That can't take it down. That's allowed. No. You must have said something that triggered the algorithm for real, like the F word or
I
something
mean, when I
like
got a lot of people on there, man, it kind of like opened the door for stuff that I don't even want. Like
that. Yeah,
that's why
that
I'm
word.
hoping you
That
keep it
word.
cool.
The word I said, the F word. That's just a cuss word or whatever. That's not gonna trigger the algorithm. That's allowed on YouTube.
It just
You must.
dirty up my video. It just dirty up my video. A child can't learn from me because I got trash in the midst of it. I don't want to muddy up the water. It's trouble.
If there is children listening, YouTube is not concerned about that. Guaranteed. They're ran by the P word.
Yeah, I do it for the youth, man, and I do it. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I would want a family to maybe even be able to listen and learn. I wouldn't want them to be feeling like something is distasteful. They could be a Christian, they could be whatever. I'm not doing it for the thugs to the point that the Christian can't listen to my stuff. You
Yeah,
know,
I made a video. Can I share it with you guys? I have it on Google Drive. I could share the link to you.
this ain't that type of party. If I do a real open bill, we could do that. This is just strictly really about the
It goes into all
the
this stuff.
title of the video.
You,
Or you
you,
can
you ever
tell
heard
us
of
about it.
Carthage? You know, like in North Africa, Carthage.
Yeah, we was just on that. Right? Hold on, let me share this tab.
That's where this stuff comes from.
Right? And that's just the first thing I can find right quick, right? So when you're talking about this Hebrew language, what the hell? All right. Hebrew language. Obviously, it's Semitic language. It's really what we call an Afro-Asiatic languages, right?
It is Northern
Semitic language
African.
or the Northern Central, also called Northwestern group. It is closely related to Phoenician and Moabite. Like the guys keep asking me, what was the language of the Moors? Like, ain't y'all Moabites? But they don't even know that Moabite is a language. It's the Moabite script, right? It's all Phoenician, all of it, with with which it is often
And
placed
what's a
by who?
Phoenician?
Scholars. Hold on, wait this. And it is
What a Moor would tell
often
you?
placed by bro, calm down, calm down. It is often placed by scholars. I know you didn't put it there. Scholars do it. And I just did it too, because I told you it is often placed by scholars in a Canaanite subgroup. So it is not above Canaanite, it's below. It's a subgroup of what? Canaanite, brother. Hebrew was supplanted by the Western dialect of Aramaic, beginning about the 3rd century BCE. So you definitely could see that the Moabite, the Canaanite script predates it. Hebrew is a conglomerate of the Phoenician languages, but it's all essentially Canaanite. You know what I mean? Just letting you know, I ain't guessing what the sources of borrowed words that first appeared during the Canaanite languages was Akkadian. And it was no Akkadian, it was actually is it a Muru? How you put it?
Search up the Aramaic thing.
What about
it? But you see the phonetic. You see how it's like phonetic. You see how Phoenix has that same prefix to it.
Phone means sound. Yeah.
It's
So
like
even when we saying Phoenician,
and the Phoenix, like what I was going to say before is like what I was going to say before is like Moors. Moors they're heavily. They know these certain. It's the same archetypes that everybody have to learn in this reality right now to play on the chessboard. You know what I mean? So Moor would tell you the whole Phoenician thing. The Phoenix thing. It's like the Phoenix rises from the ashes, which means in this plane of existence, you already know we're all tossed into this shit in a certain manner. Most of us, the real ones at least, the people that are actually real players in the game. You have to advance from the bottom and from the bottom all the way to to the beginning of it's really a circle regardless. You have to learn these concepts. You know what I mean? But you have to either way it's like adds above, so below. So from below in this,
as
like
within,
eventually your body.
Mic check, my check. Is it working? Can you hear me?
Yeah. He says, look what he said, and it cut him off. That's ridiculous. As within, so without. It cut him out. What the fuck is going on?
my boy Derek Witherspoon say, "Who is this dude, man? I don't know, man. I'm hoping you ain't done hack my computer. Oh, no, I'm just fucking with you. You ain't that bad with it, Cage. But nah, man, I don't know, man.
Bro, I'm literally just saying. I'm literally just.
I'm just really fucking with you, man, because you're all right with me. I'm just saying the powers that be don't like when me and you link up, anyways. It's always
why?
I don't know, man. It's always some bullshit.
It's too powerful. That's why.
Definitely. Come on, man. The first time we got on here, we was on Gematria, man.
Bro, we dig deep. We can go deep into it. They're asking me for my brother. I think I'm more than that. You know what I mean? I'm family from a different realm. Maybe not this realm right now. You would consider me that because they're brainwashed. But either way, I think I'm beyond that. You know what I mean? They call me Uncle Cage.
Yeah, Cage cool though, man.
I'm your father's brother.
Nah, I mean, hey, but yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't want the people to be discouraged by how long the videos be. Sometime I really want them to get this information. I'm probably gonna have to edit the video a little bit, dissect it, chop it up, because sometimes it took a long time for things to load up. I wanted to be more, in sync for real.
Calico. I just started posting some shit like audio books, documentaries, hard to find shit. You know what I mean? Bear proper knowledge. Proper knowledge, you know.
I'm saying, what's the name
I'm
of your
put
channel, man? You need to drop your channel in the chat.
I'm putting the private. You know, I'm not trying to go out here and spread it like that.
I mean, you know, shoot, people
And
might
then
really want to
you can
follow.
take whatever you want off there and feel free to share it to the people, you know what I mean? Well, you have to do it in a way where people will understand it. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rashad. You know, Rashad already know you. You know, y'all know each other already. You know, Cage get around, man. Cage be on different platforms. He never come with the bullshit. He always peaceful. I ain't got no problem with Cage.
Well, yeah, if you see me anywhere, I'm always consistent regardless. So you're always going to see the same thing because I'm real. I don't like, I'm not playing around. You know what I mean?
Yep. Like you definitely always around the melanated people, and you don't bring no hate. So I know you love the melanated people. So I ain't got I can't have no hate for that. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
Personally, the way I grew up, you know, you can see, trust me, what I see is I see good people and I see bad people. And there's good and bad in everything. So life is not black and white, my friend.
That's real.
You know
That's
what I
real.
mean?
I know what you mean.
There's a lot of gray in there. So you just gotta move accordingly. You gotta just feel it out for yourself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What I learned in life is like when I go against like that gut feeling, you know, if you're connected with the God, you know, the Creator, you're gonna get some sort of like your instinct. You know, you're gonna know automatically. You're connected into this higher thing, regardless. And if you go against it, you oppose it. You know what I mean? You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. That's your own fault. So I don't want to, you know what I mean? So I don't want to hear about anything because once you start learning about this stuff, you know, I'm sure Brother Freeman, for example, will tell you it's about accountability at the end of the day. Or you're gonna get put into that box, you know, of excuses. Oh, some idiot told me I have to be suppressed, to be enslaved, and blah, blah, blah. So now I'm gonna use that as an excuse. No, that you should. First of all, if you have somebody putting that much energy onto you, what martial arts teaches you is that instead of going directly against the attack, even though like it would be like righteous to you know, even if you can like incapacitate them with strikes of your own, that'd be righteous. You don't go in a linear fashion. What you do is you use their energy against them, and in the same way you're protecting them and yourself at the same time without getting fucked up if you want to really get to someone great, right? Because you can easily go pick up and do anything you want. You know, it's not hard. Anyone could do anything. So
Well,
it's like you have to use it in the right way.
Yep, that's the whole point of be ye as water means to go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? So even like you say, if somebody charging you, it'd be best that you shift in the same direction he think he wants to go, but make sure his ass go. You know what I'm saying? But not how he thought he was going. He's not gonna land how he thought he was gonna land. You know what I mean? He thought he was gonna run over here. I done hip toss.
And really, at the end of the day, you're just teaching them a lesson, and you're protecting yourself too. Because if you go head on, you're gonna get both parties are gonna get injured.
Check this one out. From my main man, DeCalico, Rock Slater Promotion.
I couldn't help. That's the way it is. Oh, hey, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. We about to get up out of here, though, Cage. You know what I'm saying? That's for sure. And it ain't nothing but love. Damn, my boy L God. So he just found out he related to Prince Harry. Gosh damn it, ain't nothing wrong with it though. That mean you related to Diana, probably. You know, Diana ain't. She wasn't a bad woman. You know, she had a good heart compared to the rest of the people around her.
Is that where the whole car thing, she died in the car crash or some shit?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you gotta look up my video, Princess Diana's Revenge. It's on Crumb TV, man. You gotta check that out. That's some dynamic research, you know, that I know a lot of people that ended up watching the video.
Plug me in. I want to see some proper shit. But put in the private. Yeah. So I can find that.
Yeah, hold on. Me and you gonna be here after the show. I'm finna go ahead and get ready to close this out.
All right, can you close it out? Can watch something for a minute? I want to show you some shit or something, bro.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Check this one out. From a main man, Calico. Rock Slater Promotion.
I couldn't help, that's the way it is. I've been sitting in the back waiting patiently. I ain't Simon, but it's like that cause I say it is. I don't like to talk shit like cash, but whoop, there it is. Call them straight glass cause it's see-through. Since you in class, you might learn watch what we do. Give you a pass, cause I don't let them watch how we move. It's straight gas, big bags and stay lethal. So back up, I'll leave you flowing like a gas pump. Act up, I flip lava colder than Alaska. I met Pac in the spirit word, he told me I'm the last one. At my pinnacle, I was really Himalayan.
I was really Himalayan. Okay.
As I'm attempting to show here now, the peyotes or the hair locks by the Brabant Jewish community can also be found in the Native American community, anciently so. So, obviously, it proposes that this style is not only American, but obviously is, birthed here. This is the creation of the religion. So much of their religion and their cultures are stolen legacies from the Moors of America, of Rapa Nui. We already knew how much they usurped Egypt and other places, but now we see exactly how much they've usurped us as this Cherokee or Seminole and different, even the Rapa Nui people showing the same hairdresses. Mayan culture, all American cultures, and we predate. So,
reason why priests, monks, and yogis traditionally have been celibate. Today, all but a tiny few know why they are practicing celibacy, because the true purpose has become lost. Quite simply, if your energy is going into producing more sperm or eggs, as the case may be, then there is not as much to fuel the rising of Kundalini, which activates the higher chakras. Kundalini is life energy, which is also sexual energy.
Bruh. If you
When
play the
awareness
fucking
becomes
link I
less
sent
focused
you,
on animal urges and is put into the objects reflective of the higher chakras, that energy flows up the spine and to those chakras. Many of the tantric practices teach how to master sexual energy so that it can be used for higher spiritual evolution.
peace to God.